Hey, rope pulling machine. First question. What is the principle behind the rope pulling machine? What does the machine do? My answer is that machine produces continuous resistance to the rope from friction. Now then, what other ways are there to produce continuous resistance? Well, like the rope pulling machine, we can use friction. And what is the easiest way to produce friction? I would say it's by squeezing. If you squeeze something, it produces friction. So, what if instead of having the rope moving and the machine producing the friction, what if instead we have the rope stationary and our hands producing the friction? I would argue that in most cases, my solution is superior, for the very reason that these rope pulling machines cost more than likely they are more than 1,000 euros, super expensive. The superiority of my solution comes from it being super inexpensive, because you are actually looking at it right now, since it's right here. Here is our rope pulling machine. This is a towel, some kind of kitchen towel. You do it, take it, and then you have a rope loop. You do this kind of cow hitch knot on it. Put the towel through the loop, so you have it like so. And now you can attach this to anything like on this sofa. And now you have a rope pulling machine. And you can vary the resistance by how much you squeeze on the towel. You want a hard resistance, you squeeze it harder. And if your hands cannot bear the friction, you just use gloves. Thick leather gloves. Now, you have a rope pulling machine. If you want to vary the height, you just come up with some ways of making the rope, the towel or whatever you're using, come from different heights. And you can vary how you take it. Do you take it like this? Do you take it underneath? And this you can do as you would do in the rope pulling machine. Your body doesn't know the difference. All it experiences is resistance by doing this motion. It doesn't really matter, does the resistance come from friction in some $1,000 rope pulling machine, or does the resistance come from friction which is generated by you squeezing the towel or rope? And if you want this to come from higher, you just find some spot and you put it higher. And now it comes above. Like, you can easily attach this anywhere. Like, for example, if you have a door in your apartment or whatever you have, you can attach this to the door frame by using some kind of, like this is just a wooden piece of wood. You just make another cow hitch knot here, and then you put this on it like so. And then you just put this on the other side of the door when you close the door, and then this one gets stuck on the door frame. Since this bigger piece cannot come through the door now that it's closed. And you can work out using your door frame. Alright? If you wanna go a little bit, put money on this little bit more, you can do a thing like this. This is like a very thick piece of a rope. Usually ropes like this are expensive. Like 1 meter of this rope costs 25 euros where I live. But since I only have it half a meter, it was just 12.5 euros. So not really that big of an investment. Since I don't need to buy the entire rope pulling machine worth of rope. I just need the portion with what I'm sliding my hands over. Alright? And now I can do the same with this one. I can either put it here and use it like this, make something that it comes higher, or make it come above by attaching this to something which is above you. So like I said, you adjust the resistance by squeezing harder so that the resistance arises due to friction rising from your squeezing it harder. And you will get a workout doing this, I guarantee. And this, how this is made, if you want to make similar device, there is just basically a rope, tiny rope, which is put through this bigger rope. Like I can show you how you can put this rope through this rope at the now. So here is how you put this tiny rope to this big, through this big rope. First, when you get this rope, you need to make sure that this end of the rope is totally hard plastic, and you do it by melting it.
if it's not already melted into a one solid object here. You need to melt it. Mine is, but if yours isn't, you need to melt it first, so that when you put the rope, it doesn't just escape. This hard surface creates a stop, so it cannot escape. Alright. The next step is that you need the barbecue stick like this. Alright. And here is your rope, barbecue stick, and then duct tape. And what you are doing is you're using this barbecue stick as an arrowhead, which you attach to this rope to push the rope through. And we don't need the all entire stick, so we just take the end of it. So now here is our stick and the rope, and here like so. I leave the very tip revealed so that it can have good penetration on the rope, like so. And then you just rotate this on it. Like so. Now it should perform as it would be one object. Since the pulling like this will not, it's just pulling this tape and not the rope. Alright. And then you just push your stick through it. This might take some force to get it penetrate this rope, but you just wiggle it around so that it does penetrate it. Here we are through. Let's try to get the plastic portion or the tape also through it. You can just wiggle it so that it creates more space and a bigger opening. Also, you can push this rope like this so that the individual rope from which the strings from which the rope is made are not so tightly together. You do this kind of push it so that there is more room, so it has easier time to go through. And now we have went through it. So now you can just pull the rope with this through it, like so, and then this comes off by just pulling it. And there you have your rope is now through the tiny rope is now through the big rope, and how I secure these ends together, and these ends also need to be melted so that they don't undo themselves like mine are. So you secure the ends by doing the fisherman's knot, which was that you just make a simple knot around the other knot, like so. So this is basically just a knot on a rope, and other rope goes through the knot. Then you do the simple knot also here, like so. You tighten these knots, so you just have both of the ends of the rope has made a knot on around the other rope, and here. Then you just pull the ends together and generates very strong knot called fisherman's knot. And this is how you did it. Now you have a rope pulling machine with a little bit more than 10 euros. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.